Hello and welcome back to the Unboxers, and today we have for you something huge that barely fits in the studio, and it is, woo!
The Mandalorian.
A Mandalorian 1/7 scale statue. So let me see if I can back up. Woo! Can you see it? It looks awesome! And it's got Grogu on the back there, hanging out in the pouch. We want to say a great big thank you to
Diamond Select
for sending this to us for free to share with you today. So it's going to be a little hard to see. Can you back it up that way a little bit? The glare is a little bit on the corners there, but hopefully you can see that picture in the middle, and you can probably see us hanging out. So let's go ahead and turn it around.
Whoa, here it comes. Whoa.
Oh, there you go. So on the back is really cool. It's got a little background scene. That would be cool to have a background scene like that to display it. But this is, like I said, 1/7 scale. So if it was like 7 times bigger, we'd be able to ride on it.
That's right.
That would be awesome. All right. Well,
it's limited to 1,000.
That's awesome. Okay. Well, we're going to go ahead and get it out of the box so we can give you a much closer look. We'll be right back. Okay, so there's the Mandalorian out of the box.
Yes.
And it is nice and wide.
It is. It is quite a figure.
So we're barely fitting it in the studio here. But let's go ahead and take a look. I guess we'll start from the ground up. I was going to start from the top down, but you can see the base right there with the sand. And it has a really cool, it almost like it doesn't have a sandy texture, but man, it really does look like it does. And yeah, it's really cool texture look to it. And then it's got a rock there, like a desert rock or something. And you can see he's got 1 foot off of it to balance. Is it getting on or off? I guess
the cool thing is that's literally the only thing that's touching the ground is his foot.
That's true. And you do kind of put this together, but it's pretty easy. It's like little magnet connections. And
I mean, even I don't know if you can see that, but like the little Grogu piece at the
that whole piece is a
pops off and it has a magnet.
Yeah. So that if you need to take it apart, so that you don't damage it, moving it from one place to the other, you have that option. So let's go ahead and take a look at that boot that's down there. So we're going to zoom in on that. You can see all of the texturing there. And then you can see he's storing some, is that ammo?
Yeah, I think these are ammo. And then that's a knife tucked in his belt.
I was going to say.
His boot.
Yeah, so he is well equipped. And then up here he has, like, higher on his thigh, that's some of his armor, right? And you can see where it's been damaged or has some little scarring right there, it looks like. Maybe. And then the brown overlay, that's like some leather over top of it, right? And then you have a holster. And it almost looks like you can take that out, but you can't. And then along the side, let's go up. You can see more of his armor. You can see his jetpack, the armor he has here, and then along his arms. And you can see his awesome helmet. That looks really cool. And then let's go back down just a little bit to the mid of the speeder bike. So he's got another weapon there. And then there's where his feet will go. And you can see some of the mechanics of that, as well as the seat, which looks like it's wrapped in something like some kind of material. It's a different texture than the other, and it's really cool how they use all these different colors and textures and everything to create the scene. All right, so now, and then you can see a little bit of cape on the other side. When we get around to the other side, you'll see that. But let's go ahead and switch to the little guy. So there's Grogu. He's hanging out in the satchel that hangs down on this side, and then there's one that hangs on that side too, but it doesn't look open. Of course, he has little eyes. We will take the piece off and show you a little closer so we can get a good close-up of his face. Woo. So there you have it, his whoop. So there you have it, his little eyes. They're squinted because, of course, all of that air, he's been traveling, and he's had to close his eyes so he doesn't get sand in them. There's the little ears, and then there's his little hands tucked over the side of there. The detailing is amazing. The little buckles, and then let's take a look. We'll see this from the other side, but just in case, there's the little buckles there. Here's the little straps, and they add the little details where it's just twisted just so. And then this is where it attaches. And then this would be actually the back part of the bike that would be there. But he is so cute. All right, let's put him back on.
Yeah, the sculpt on this is just incredible. I mean, the attention to detail and all the little facets of it are just really, really cool.
So before we turn around, let's zoom in the front of that. And you can see the front of the
swoop bike?
Yes. How do you spell that?
Swoop?
Oh, swoop. I thought you said swoop. I thought you said something else. Anyway, and then you can see the different details here. And I believe when we showed the handlebars up there. And now we're going to go ahead and turn it around to the other side. Very carefully. Oh, you can see from the front. That looks really cool. Look at that angle. So let me just show off a little bit. You can see right there some of the more of his weapons and everything all tucked in. All the details, all the colors in his gloves. His cape that is thrown over that shoulder. So that's really cool. And then let's keep...
He's got the little...
yes, he does.
Insignia.
Yep, that's cool. And then as we move around to the other side, now when you move it, it looks like he's actually flying it. So funny. And then we'll see the other side. You can see here's the other boot, and it happens to be on the other footrest. Here's some of the other, mechanics to the vehicle. And then if you look, his cape is like all tattered and dirty at the edge here. That's pretty cool. And the attention to detail makes it look, and it looks like it's moving, but it's all stiff. And then you have the other side of Grogu's little satchel container that is attached to the back, and you can tell that's just his leg holding everything up.
Yeah, that is
there's the
really
sand.
Cool. I don't know how they worked all this out, because I'm sure the
able to
sculptors
balance
and
it and stuff. Yeah,
worked all that out to where it was stable to just be supported by his leg.
Yeah, that is amazing. All right, let's go ahead and let's bring it forward so we can just show the back a little bit.
Oh.
All right, we'll just do one more coming around the back. Ooh, so there you see some of the other weapons and a little bit of, that's like almost like a, it's got like a rose gold kind of color. I can't tell. It's got a, maybe it's just a golden, muted gold there. And then some more weapons there. There's Grogu from the back. And then there's his jetpack. And if we keep moving around, we will get back to where we started. All right, so there's the Mandalorian and Grogu.
Yeah, this is just, I can't get over this piece. I mean, it is just amazing.
It is. There's so much detail put into this, for sure. And it definitely does take up a little bit of horizontal space, but it is so worth it.
Yeah.
All right, so we want to say another great big thank you to
Diamond Select
for sending him to us for free to share with you today. Thanks so much for watching. As always, come back and see us, like, subscribe, and we will see you next time.